Greetings, friend. I solved this Sudoku from 2014 to see if it was easier than championship puzzles I've done recently. I'll show you the points in the puzzle that surprised me and the 3 tricks I used to make progress. Click below if you want to give this puzzle a go. And with that, it's solving time. If you look at the ones, you may notice there's only 2 possibilities for a 1 here in block 2. So what I just did is called Snyder notation. You mark anytime there's 2 possibilities for a candidate in a 3x3 block. It lets you know where the restrictions are. You can also look here in block 4 and notice that there's only 2 places for a 1 right there. We can't make any solves and we can't do any other Snyder marks with the 1s. And if you look at the 2s, you're going to lead me up to the first trick that I used to help solve this puzzle. You notice how the 2 cuts across row 4 and comes up column 9. There's only 2 possibilities for a 2 here in block 6. Now, what's different from these 2s is that they also are a pointing pair. Because they're in the same row in the block, that means a 2 can't be anywhere else outside of the block in that row. If you try to put a 2 here, here, or here, you'd have no place to put a 2 in block 6. So this is called a pointing pair, and it will come in quite handy, and we'll see a few more of these as we make the solve. You'll see them quite a bit in championship puzzles. I don't see any other marks we can make with the 2s. Let's look at the 3s. Okay, with the 3s, with this 3 and the 3 here, you can do Snyder marks for the 3s. And these aren't a pointing pair of 3s because a 3 already can't be in this spot because of the 3 right here. However, if you come down column 6 and across row 9, you'll notice that we do have a pointing pair of 3s here in block 8. So you can use that with this 3 and the 3 right here, and you can make Snyder marks here in block 2. And we haven't solved anything yet. We just found some Snyder marks, but I think that's about to change. Let's look at the 4s. Okay, notice how this 4 cuts across row 2. There's only one place to put a 4 here in block 1, so we can solve that right away. You might notice we have a 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 all in block 1. We just need a 2 and an 8. Well, there's an 8 right here. So I know I can solve that for an 8 and solve that for a 2. And then if you continue looking at where the 4s can go, with these 2 4s and this 4, we can actually solve for 4 right here in block 7. Awesome. And now you can see there's quite a bit of restriction we made here in column 1. You have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All we need is a 1, 2, or a 3. And this leads me up to my second trick that I love to use in championship puzzles. You need a 1, 2, or 3 in these 3 cells. You might notice that a 2 looks at this cell, and then the pointing pair of 2s in this 3 looks at this cell. That means we can solve all 3 using my neat naked triple trick. The only place that can fit in here is a 1. That's the only candidate that can go in that cell. The only place a 2 can go is right there, so this cell has to be a 3. Awesome. And then we can remove that mark because we just solved for the 1. And I want to thank Prasanna Seshadri for this puzzle. Prasanna made all the puzzles for round 7 of the 2014 Sudoku Grand Prix, where I got this puzzle, and even made some puzzles for the last round of the 2024 Sudoku Grand Prix. So Prasanna has been very busy. And so far, this has been fun, but I'm not sure how hard this puzzle is compared to recent puzzles. And before I move on to the next solve, I do want to hear from you. Do you think Sudoku puzzles have gotten harder or easier since 2014? Help me grow the best Sudoku community on YouTube. Please drop it in the comments and share what you think with the rest of the viewers. Because now we can make some solves here knowing that this is a 3. Because that's a 3. You can remove the Snyder 3 right there and solve this cell for a 3. And then with this 3 and these 2 3s, we can actually solve for a 3 now in block 4. Awesome. So we made a couple of solves there. And you might notice with these 2 1s, you can actually solve for 1 here in block 7. What else can we do with the 4s? Well, with these 2 4s, you can solve for a 4 in block 8. And then with these 2 4s and these 2 4s, whenever you have 4 of a candidate looking into a block, you know you can solve it. There's only going to be one possibility left, and that's right there and you finished all of the 4s. Okay, let's move on to the 5s. You can see with this 5 in row 6, we can put a pointing pair of 5s in block 4. There's 3 possibilities here, so I'm not going to mark that. And then we can move on to the 6s. Got quite a few 6s here. We can make a solve. With these 2 6s, solve for 6 in block 5. And then with these 2 6s and this 6, we have 6s in block 2. And then with this 6 and this 6, we have a pointing pair of 6s in block 3, right? Because they're going to point on down, so 6s can't be here. And with this 6 and this 6, you can actually solve for a 6 in block 9. Okay, let's move on to the 7s. With these 2 7s in rows 8 and 9, you can solve for a 7 right there in block 9. And then with this 7 cutting up, you can solve for a 7 right here, which displaces that Snyder 5. And there's only 1 digit left in block 4, so we can solve that for a 9. And then with this 7 and this 7, now you can put Snyder 7s in block 6. And then we can move on to the 8s. Looking at the 8s, you might notice the 8 can't be here, so we can put Snyder 8s in block 5. And then with this 8 cutting all the way across row 8, there's only 1 place to put an 8 in block 9. So we can solve that. You'll see we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. We just need a 5 or a 9. Got a 9 right there. So here's your 9, and here is your 5. So making great progress, making some good solves here. And we're close to the spot where I got surprisingly stuck for a little bit. But we continue on making some marks here. With this 8 cutting across, you have Snyder 8s here in block 8. And then this is going to lead me up to my 3rd trick I want to share with you. You might notice that you have 8s in columns 4 and 6 here in block 8. You also have 8s in columns 4 and 6 here in block 5. So that means an 8's got to be here, here, or here, here in blocks 5 and 8. So where does that leave an 8 in block 2? Because of this 8, an 8 has to be in column 5 in block 2, one of these 2 spots. This I call a mini X-wing, and what it reveals is a claiming pair up here in block 2. So now an 8 can't be here, here, or here, because you put those there, you wouldn't have enough 8s to fill blocks 5 and 8. And you wouldn't have any place to put an 8 in column 5. So that's awesome. That's my 3rd trick for you. I love finding those in championship puzzles. And then with this 8 and this 8, we can put some Snyder 8s in block 6. Okay, move on to the 9s. You might see is that we can put Snyder 9s in block 6 as well. And that's about it. You can put Snyder 9s right there. And there's really not much else we can do with the 9s at this point. And so the cross-hatching marking is kind of dried up a bit. So where do you go from here? We made all these solves. We used Snyder notation. We went through the numbers 1 for 9. But remember, this is my bonus tip for you. If you make solves as you're doing Snyder notation, you always want to go back and see what new restrictions you've created. And we're looking specifically for what I call one-step restrictions. That means if you just solve one more candidate or remove one more candidate, you can solve a cell right away. You might notice right here in row 8, we have a one-step restriction. We got 8 digits filled out. So that's a full house, and the only digit we are missing is a 2. So you can solve for a 2 right there as soon as I get out of color mode. And that means you can leave a 5 or 9 right here in block 7. And so if we can figure out if one of these is a 5 or a 9, we can solve the other right away. And then if we look in block 5, you might see here with this shape going on, you only have 2 possibilities in row 6, right? 7 and an 8. So 7 and 8 cannot be in this cell. You may also notice that since the 9's down here, the only place to put a 9 in block 5 is right there. And that'll allow you to displace this Snyder 9, solve this cell for a 9, displacing the Snyder 8, displacing that Snyder 2, and we finish row 5. Nice. Now after doing that, we can look up column 8. Because we only have 2 possibilities left, 2 or 3. If we can solve one, we can solve the other very easily. So because the 2 is right there, that has to be your 2, and then that has to be your 3. And that's going to leave you with a nice 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 1 naked pair here in block 6. And then after doing that, we might get a little stuck here. You may not know where to look next. And it took me a little bit, but you want to notice is up here and use that claiming pair to help us make some solves in row 1. We do have a heavy house. A heavy house is when a row, column, or block, I said, has at least 5 candidates filled out. You got a 1, 3, 4, 5, and 9 across row 1. All you need left is a 2, 6, 7, and an 8. Well, you might notice that with the 2 here and here, the only place to put a 2 is right there. And then an 8, because of this 8, can't be here. And because of the pointing pair of 8s, an 8 can't be here. So the only place we can put an 8 is right there, which gives you a nice 6, 7 naked pair. Awesome. And since we displaced the 8 there, you can actually solve the 8 in block 2 right there, displacing that Snyder 3. Great. And so now we can make some more progress in the puzzle and move forward. That was a little tricky to find there. And what we can do is finish column 5. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This has to be a 9. And now you can figure out the one-step restriction, solve the 5 and 9 here in block 7. And then if you look across row 2, you might see we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. We have 5, 6, 9. We'll also use that neat naked triple trick again. You got 6 and 9, look at this cell. 9 repeated, we can solve all 3. This has to be your 5. The only place the 9 goes right there, and this is going to be your 6. And you can learn more about that trick in this tutorial. But this will allow you to now solve for the 7 and the 6 right here. We're going to make more solves here, because out of this 7, got a 5 here and a 7 right there. And because I don't see a 5 in block 3, this has to be your 5, and that's going to be your 3. Awesome. All right, where do we go from here? Look across row 9. We just need a 1 or a 2. Because you have a 2 right here, I'm going to pull it on down. Solve that for a 2, solve that for a 1. It means this can be your 1, and I don't see a 7 in block 2. Solve that for a 7. It means this has to be a 7. That's going to be your 8. The only place the 8 can go now in block 8 is right there. And then our last digit is going to be a 5. Now see if this championship puzzle from 2024 is easier or harder than the one you just solved. Thank you so much for watching.